Welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to use the linear sketch pattern and also the linear pattern in the features menu. Let's start with the sketch. I've already have just a block here that we're gonna do some patterns on. For the sketch, linear sketch pattern, we're going to just use a circle, and then for the feature, we're going to use this block. Okay, we already have the circle. I already put it on there. It's not a big deal. Just a normal sketch on this surface. Now I want to create the pattern. Now, I could create a hole here, do an extruded cut, and then put that pattern. Just for the sake of doing it differently in each one of these, I'm going to keep it just a sketch, and I'm going to make a pattern of the sketch itself. So I need to go to that sketch. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to go over to linear sketch pattern. This is the menu. It defaults to X and Y axis, which is the direction that you're going to take them. But the first thing you have to do is you have to pick the entity that you're going to pattern. So I'm going to click down here and click the circle. Now you see another one in yellow pop up right next to it. That's because that is based on the defaults in this menu. Now I want to put them 1 inch apart, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to create 3 of them, and then I'm going to make an extra row. Now the row, you'll notice it goes in that direction by default. I can click this arrow here and just reverse it. So there I have 2 by 3 or 3 by 2, I think is the way they refer to it. I'm going to hit OK. Oh, one thing I'll show you also. You can change the angle of these by changing this. You'll notice that that little arrow will start to turn. So if you don't want them perfectly straight on the x-axis, you create them on the x-axis, and then you can change the degree. Okay, so there's my linear pattern. Now I can go to features. Now I can go to extruded cut. I'm going to say through all, and then there's the holes. Okay, so that's these using the linear sketch pattern. Now let's do something with this little block down here in features. It works very much the same way. I'm going to go to linear pattern. Now this time it doesn't give me a X and Y default, but I still have to pick the entity. So I'm going to click in this box, and I can pick this, and it says right there Boss Extruded 3, which is what that was called. I could also get it out of the tree menu. I could click down there too, and it would have put it in there. Now I have to define the direction that I want these to go, and I want to do that through an edge. So I want to put 3 this way and 2 down, just like I did up here. So I want my 3 to go this way. I'm going to click that edge, and I want the other 3 to go down. The other 2, I guess, to go down. Now right now I had it set at 4. I'm going to make it the same as before. This again, I put them at the top. I want to reverse that, so I'm going to hit the arrow, and then I'm going to hit the check mark, and there's that pattern. Now there's a really nice feature that once you have all these in there, if you have to get rid of them or you want to move them, not move them, but just change them, I'm going to go edit that pattern, and down here where it says instances to skip, I'll click in there, and you'll see these little, I think they're magenta dots. I can pick those dots and get rid of those particular features. So for instance, this is, it says 2, 1, okay, which is column 2, row 1, and then column 3, row 2. So, and if I want them back, I can just click and they come back. Or I can delete them here if I need to. I hit OK, and you can see that changes. I can do the same thing up here. I could have done the same thing up here. I just wanted to show it here in the features menu. All right, that is how you use the linear pattern for feature and the linear sketch pattern when you are developing a sketch.